For if you need to pull a quad out or something like that.
So a bit of an impromptu camp out today, got a little mission going. Spoke to the guy who supplied the engine, Lawrence, and he is going to have a look at it for me tomorrow. Bit of a clicky sound coming from it, not that healthy sounding, so decided to go up the night before, a bit of a journey up, and yeah, just thought I'd find a spot to camp, get some food as we go, and yeah, go and see him in the morning. Yeah, as always, follow along for the ride. So with the new engine, which does drive well, it's just got a few noises, and these big 33 tyres, quite a high pressure, maybe like 40 psi. We definitely can cruise at a good, where it says 70, it always reads a little bit lower, so we're probably doing about, I don't know, anything between like 67 to 70, maybe 67, let's say. You know, cruises pretty well, which is good. Just stopped off for some food. It's a bit late now, it's obviously sort of getting to 9:30 now, so didn't really want to get to a place I don't know in the dark and then cook up, really, so I just grabbed some food on the way up. Gonna find a camp spot, a little, probably just a car park or a park for night. There's a few in the area, and there's even a pub where the workshop is, and I don't think it's open, so I can maybe just park up in there and stay for the night, you know, quite discreet, which is good. But yeah, it's quite fun, just, you know, doing an impromptu decision to going on a trip like this, and trying to make the most of being able to travel again, and getting out on the road to do a little bit of a camp out. So just came off the motorway, following the sat-nav to the spot for tomorrow, for the location, and then once I find that, I will find a camp spot for the night. There is a pub just there, and that could be good as a car park. It doesn't need to be too fancy, as I'm just going to be in and out in the morning. It doesn't need to, you know, be beautiful or anything, but it would be nice to be in a good sort of spot, and there are many sort of known sort of camp spots there, which is quite good, which people have recommended, so might try and head to one of those, or if I feel a bit tired, might just stop in the car park, and it means I'm basically there for the morning. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So just got to the pub where I was directed to for tomorrow, and then I'm going to get directions to the workshop tomorrow from here. But the pub is actually shut, and it's got a huge car park. There's even like a field there and a big gravel car park with no one around. It's actually even got lights, so it's quite handy. So I just thought, rather than going too far to try and find anything, just stop here and stay here for the night, which would be pretty good. It's also, there's a main road there, but you've got a bit of a gap and a hedge between you, so you can't be seen from the road here as well, which is pretty good. But yeah, happy with this little spot. It's a good little find, and be here for the night. Just got the bed set up in here, got the new sleeping bag out. Just bought one that you can open out into a duvet, as well as having as a sleeping bag. It's got no hood, and it comes with a little pillow. Got my Jackery battery set up just there. Need to charge the phone or anything like that. Usually have my camera with me and my drone, but today I don't. No laptop either, so just going to do the phone with it. Maybe my speaker and headphones as well. I think my headphones ran out and we're next to a road, so there might be some road noise, so get them charged up, and then the noise cancelling can come into place. This is new, my little water bottle here. It's all plumbed into the mains with an electric pump and switch on the tap. That is a life changer. Honestly, that's so good having that there. Had to cut the box off a bit from this end, move it up like 20 centimetres to accommodate for it, but it's 15 litres of water there. You can just fill up and use at any point. Just brush my teeth then. Tap just works, and I'll show you that in the morning. But so, just touched on this a little bit. This is the Jackery Explorer 500. I got this about a month ago, I'd say now, and I still haven't even used half of it yet. So I wanted to just give you a little look at it first before I do a proper review. That will come in the future once I've used a whole battery of it, and then I can charge it up with the solar panel I've got actually in the roof box at the moment, and that just plugs in here. But I've been looking at Jackery stuff for quite a while through YouTube videos online, like the US and stuff like that, and was a bit gutted that they didn't have it in the UK. There were other options, but none just sort of seemed right for me. Then one day I saw the Jackery UK Instagram page come up, and saw them announce that on March the 17th, 2021, they'd be bringing it to the UK, and I absolutely jumped on it and got my hands on one as soon as I possibly could. I've actually met up with Bushwhacker Man recently. I saw he's got the exact same one, the same solar panel, and he's as chuffed as I am. as well as Will's whereabouts as well, and he seems to absolutely love it as well, especially when you're out and about like this. If you've got a couple of cameras, your drone, and if you want to edit on the road, you know you can do your main sort of charging output out of the main plug socket. You've got 3 USBs on the fast charge, a DC output through the cigarette sort of charger there, and 2 more DC outputs as well. So you can run as many things as you want off it, as well as charging it off the sun at the same time. So brilliant to have in here. It means also that I don't have to have a dual battery system, which I was trying to configure, like when I did my diesel heater, trying to get it into the box, trying to find the right battery and all that sort of thing. So now you just have this in the car, and you can just take it out with you. Maybe if you want to do it out on the grass, in the woods, or maybe even use it in the house if there's a power cut, you've got that there. So super happy with that. Just wanted to show you that, and I will do a review properly in the future. Well, slept pretty well last night. Got a little bit chilly as this sleeping bag isn't really a winter one or anything like that, as it's frosty outside. Not sure how cold it got, but didn't use the diesel heater at all. Might just turn it on now to warm it up while I get changed. But yeah, slept well. Looks like a sort of good day really. Nice to be able to see outside. Yeah, should be good. Hopefully it'll warm up a bit when we're doing the engine, but yeah, we'll see how the day goes. There you go. Don't necessarily need that because it's not freezing, but it's just nice to be nice and warm for when you get changed, so you don't get cold in the morning. And you might as well use it if you've got it. That's everything packed away there. Look, didn't take too long. Everything just goes underneath as you saw, and put the towel back over as protection, keep it clean. And yeah, look at this spot. This is nice. So I think you can actually pay to camp in there. There's no facilities, but it's a good field. They're not open at the moment, and I couldn't see anything last night, so I thought I'd just go in this little car park, which is empty. It's called the Lime Kiln Inn. So if you are down this way, maybe stop by and pay to go in there. There is actually a power hookup there, so maybe there's power, but there's no facilities apart from in the toilet, in the pub. But yeah, what a nice little spot this is. Don't actually have any breakfast, didn't think that far ahead, silly me, but I've got coffee, and that'll do for the morning. And maybe you could stop off at a shop later on, but yeah, nice little spot actually, yeah. This little setup works really well actually, having the diesel heater underneath to warm the cab when you're in the cab, and then that sort of insulated tube to work as a extension for the rear area, because it doesn't reach the back very well if you don't have that. And obviously these curtains keep it warmer in there. But yeah, lovely morning. Obviously didn't need it last night, but if I was going to leave the car now, just got this new clutch security system. A pin goes through there and locks the clutch pedal from moving down, means you can't change gear, can't necessarily drive it away to steal it. It's definitely a deterrent. That came from LRD Security. Yeah, it's a great little bit of kit actually, really happy with that. Add to the setup, and if you open the door and we're going to steal it, the tracker would inform the company. They'd call the police, and also they couldn't get it going without taking that off, which would be pretty difficult. Quite hard trying to do this while filming, but I wanted to show you it working. Does it work? Yes, it does. My little water tank system with a pump in the bottom, 15-litre tank. Just spill that out. Oh, still dirty. Never mind. Yeah, 15-litre tank with a pump in the bottom, and it's just absolutely brilliant. I've had so many iterations of pumps and of tanks, and this has just sorted it. No, I don't have to think about it anymore. So that's so good. Gas bottle's cold, obviously. Not performing quite as well as it should, but still pretty good. Did frost last night after all. What do you think about these new stickers? I got these made recently, sort of a special edition type thing. You may recognise the logo from other brands. Other people point out it looks like Supreme or Ray-Ban, but it is the original logo, just in the opposite colours with a full stop. So nothing's changed really, but these can only be acquired if you see Boris in person. So let's say at a show or out and about in a town, give me a message, send me a photo, I'll get you one of these, but only if you see this blue truck in person. Oh dear. I've done this before, and this is why maybe the gas bottle wasn't working quite so well. Let me see if I can show you what I've done here. Ah, god damn it, one idiot. Let's try and make another one and see how well that one goes. So while I'm here making a cup of coffee, second cup of coffee of the day, without even drinking any, I thought I could tell you a bit about what I'm up here for. Obviously, I've said I'm here for the engine, but I didn't say exactly why. So there's a sort of ticking noise. Thankfully, a lot of people have heard about it and sort of said things, and obviously me and Ben has given me a lot of bits of advice, and we've spent good maybe 3 or 4 hours searching for things, changing the rocker, changing the oil, taking the sump off, cleaning the oil pickup, because there's oil starvation, potentially noises, and none of it's it. We've changed the back pump and checked the lift pump. That's almost brand new, and it's yeah, it's a bit of an odd one really, and I don't really want to go searching around, spending loads more money trying to find issues in an engine that was sold as working. And it's a brilliant engine because it drives great and it's so much better than my old one, but yeah, it's just you want your engine to be perfect. On a sort of second-hand newer one, I'm just going to take it to Lawrence, who supplied it. He can have a listen himself, because I've been sending him videos, but the videos just don't do it justice. Sort of like a sort of chatter. So it chatters on startup the first 10 turns, and then once it's hot, it goes away, and then once it's hot again, you can hear it constantly. And when you go on boost, it gets a bit louder. So I've been told that it could be oil starvation, so I need a new oil pump, or maybe the cam followers, which I've only learned what they are, could be cracked. And that's something that just rides on the cam and makes a bit of noise. The fact that it can get worse is a bit alarming, but I'm sure, hopefully, you know, Lawrence and his mechanics seem to be really good, and it's just good to get it up to him because he can check it out. It's only an hour and a half away, and means I can camp here, which is pretty good. Yeah, that milk's a little bit old, but it's okay. We'll be okay. Right, so just spoke to Lawrence. He's just up a little lane just up the road, so invited me up for a coffee actually, so I should have not made one myself because now it's going to spill everywhere, but you know, pretty good. Not sounding completely healthy. Good time to be sorting it out, and I'm actually glad I came up last night because there's two noises, one from cold and one from hot, so do a little short drive there, maybe leave it for 20 minutes, let it cool down, then you can hear it from start up, and then we can go for a drive and you can hear it on hot as well. I hope we get it sorted. So just drove up here this morning, just been with Lawrence and Luke for a bit. Boris is here obviously. They found a manifold gasket break and a bit of a leak there, so they think that's just sort of doing something else to the engine. The noise is getting worse from there. Had a little drive with Luke, and we're pretty happy that they can sort it today. I'm going to also maybe tweak the pump up a little bit. Here's Luke, this is his truck here. Pretty shiny, look. Absolutely mint looking, look at that. What's that for? Is that for if you need to pull a quad out or something like that?
Yeah, it's quite strong.
Yeah. Looks good though, look at that. Pretty cool. What, you says just a 300, is it? Yeah.
And you're putting a new one. Why are you putting look at the line in there? That's good.
TV5 interior.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, TV5 interior, right, of course. So it's Disco 1, but with... That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. That's really nice. What else is around here? Show me your Defender as well. What size are they? They're 35. Huge. 35s. Look how wide they are. Crikey. Steering wheel. That's the original steering wheel. Landrover did them. The blue deep dish. And currently nothing in there yet. It's Bluetooth engine. You run the engine in there, and it sends the power wirelessly. You need to have good signal though, otherwise it conks out. What do you think about the 200 to a 300? Do you think slightly more?
Less refined.
Yeah.
You can tune them for days, and they just don't make much more power. But
people think they're a bit more reliable. What do you think?
I don't think so. No, they're both pretty good engines.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, well, I like mine, you know, and they're more parts available, more easier to work on because you know the bell housing that you were saying earlier. Yeah, that's cool. This one's almost finished. Oh, the roll cage, look. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. See if it does it again. Hey, look at that. That's cool. No way.
So you pull that out like that to let your water out.
Yeah.
And then you've got 2 settings on here.
And you can chuck ball and bag stuff in the top there.
So you can either put your stuff straight in there and wash it all out, or you can put soups in that, and that's to it there.
Yeah, right. It's a ex-Wolf like boil system. You can put food in there, water comes out there, just plugs into the battery with a 24-volt converter. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Right there, but that's only a cut now.
So gas is just going a bit there. We're going to chuck a new intake manifold and a turbo on like this week, so we'll change the gasket then. But for now, at least they heard it, and I think it's all right anyway.
Cool.
I want to get some acid clean on there. Gonna get it all shiny, look brand new. Drop down to Lawrence, gives you the full works look, makes the engine look like brand new. Pretty good. Gonna have a new intake, the dual 4B intake on tomorrow or this week, and a new turbo from Steph, and also a front mount intercooler. So we're not going too crazy. You're gonna get a new gasket on there and see how it goes really. But yeah, this is pretty good. The noise that they were hearing, that sort of chattery noise, they believe it's sort of linked to the gasket being broken, and also they don't really think it's much of a problem, so I'll just go by their words, and they know about it now, which is great. But it's just cool to come down here on a sunny day, and hopefully I'll meet up with them again at some point. Be cool. Take a look at that. Got a bit of acid on there, never seen that before. Just gave it a pressure wash, looks really good now. A little bit of leak there, just gonna tighten that up and head on home. Yeah, cheers guys for doing that. Check Lawrence out if you need any parts. I'll put a number in the link description below, and they've just got pretty much anything you need. It's quite a cool place to just hang out, even like army surplus stuff if you ever need it. Well, there you go. Worked out some of the noises. Manifold gasket, we're going to be putting on a new intake manifold thing soon, so don't need to change that today, or so they just tightened it up. Noticed there was a bolt missing, sorry, a nut missing off one of the studs for the intake as well, so I just took that, tightened that up, sorry, put one on and then tightened off all the rest of them. And that noise, that chattery noise, they are really not concerned about it at all, which is good. And yeah, just quite a nice morning with them, just sort of playing around, showing me around. Got a few army surplus bits, as I said, and what a lovely day. Let's see what today has in store. It's only 12 o'clock. Do some other bits. Didn't expect to see a Brookwell's van up here in Somerset. I know it's not that far, but it's an hour away from home. It's up north for me. So I just drove back from Somerset, maybe about an hour or so. Stopped by Brookwell's on the way home, picked up a diff for Steph It's in the back, so I'm going to drop that off to Ben's in a bit and have a look at the new turbo, manifold and intercooler, which would be cool. Just going to pick up a new gasket for all that stuff, and it's just a lovely day really. And there's that good old 90 that we picked up the other day. So it's been a good day, lots of driving around, lots of people to see. Engine noise hasn't gone away, which is fine. Obviously the manifold was leaking, so gonna get a new gasket on there, got a new parts, just went up to Ben's there, dropped that diff off I picked up earlier, and had a look at the intake, the intercooler and the turbo, which you can check on, and I'm gonna do that on Saturday I think, spend the day doing that, should be fun. But yeah, just about to head home now, end of the day, a bit of a mission, driving around all the different places, but good to have that sort of thing done, and I enjoy it anyway, getting to drive around in the sun in Boris. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed following me around, hope it wasn't too boring, and yeah, gonna try and do some more videos soon. You know, sometimes you forget to do them, or it's hard to film, but yeah, I definitely want to do more and more, and seeing Bushwhacker Man definitely inspired me to try and do more, because he gets a lot out. And yeah, if there's ever any films that you feel like you would want to see from me, let me know in the comments. You know, sometimes even the ideas for them are what keeps you from doing it, but know what you want, it would be good as well, to just keep everyone happy, get some films coming out. I'll try and do a film on Saturday about that swap of the turbo and the intercooler and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll see how we go, and hopefully we can get a film out and try and do weekly films. But yeah, until then, follow on Instagram, and I'll see you next time.